Let me guess, you are here because you've been Googling or Reddit doom scrolling how to transition your baby out of the swaddle because they either just began to hit that lovely milestone of rolling or they're starting to show signs of rolling and you want to be intentional and feel confident in the process. Newfound gross motor skill has either disrupted your little one's sleep because they have rolled over mid sleep and it has woken them up, or all of a sudden you've seen them roll over in the middle of the night and you are ear to their face, making sure they are still breathing, and that has caused your anxiety to skyrocket. As a mama of three, oof, I remember those days, and it is heavy and it is scary, not because you don't have the knowledge, but because they are such tiny humans and you have likely just cleared that newborn haze and erratic sleep, and you may have experienced some full nights of sleep, and you may have even felt like a new person. And on top of all the decisions that you have to make as a caregiver to a new human, this transition just feels like another piece of the puzzle that you do not have the energy to carry. Now you're stress buying sleep sacks based upon what worked for Susie's 4 month old in the mom's Facebook page. And you have a collection of sleep sacks and traditional swaddles that would put Carrie Bradshaw's shoe collection to shame. If this sounds like you are in the right place. My name is Colette Shalhoub. I am certified in pediatric, newborn, and special needs sleep, and I am the owner and founder of Sleep Babe. And I help families worldwide teach their little ones healthy sleep skills without using Cry It Out. And today we are talking about the transition out of the swaddle, and we're going to cover three really important topics that are a must hear. What are those tall tale signs that your baby is ready to transition out of the swaddle? How to effectively and safely transition them out of the swaddle, and what to expect during that transition, and how to handle those bumps along the way. But first, let's talk about why swaddling may have been your baby's vibe to begin with. First, many babies, my own included, loved swaddling, and it works for so many babies by suppressing that startle or moro reflex and limiting movement, which helps newborns sleep longer. And it makes total sense. They were super confined in the womb, and the swaddle mimics that same exact environment. But as babies develop, typically around 3 to 5 months of age, their moro reflex integrates with the rest of their body. And on top of that, they're learning how to roll and their sleep cycles mature. And that's why this transition is not just physical, it's developmental. So let's get started. How do you actually know when it is time to stop swaddling? First, the biggest non negotiable is rolling. And I want to be super crystal clear. It isn't just the act of actually rolling, it is really important to be aware of those signals. And this can happen anytime between 3 to 5 months. So, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, babies should not be swaddled once they show those signs of swaddling because swaddling restricts their mobility in their arms and their ability to roll back. So, very common signs of rolling include rolling back and forth or swimming while they're on their tummy, intentionally rolling onto their side and holding that position, pushing up high on their arms, and even lifting one of their hands to reach, lifting both legs high and shifting them across the body while on their back, and becoming very active, kicking often, maneuvering in circles during playtime. So once you know it's time, the next question is, how do you do this without everything falling apart? And here is the key. You are not just removing the swaddle, you're replacing it with sleep skills and support. And you can do this one of two ways. As with everything, there is not a one size fits all approach, and you know your baby best. So find the method that really works best for you and your baby's temperament. First option is the gradual one arm out approach. You'll want to start with one arm out for a few nights to help them find those tools to self soothe gradually and to integrate. And after they are used to having one arm out, then you can transition to both arms out. And now, when thinking about if this method would work well for you and your baby, this gradual transition works well for babies who are more sensitive to change. And if you want to be proactive and get ahead of that transition before they even start showing signs of rolling. The second option is cold turkey. Now, this method of a clean break can be actually less confusing for some babies and can lead to a quicker adjustment, usually within a few nights. Now, this could be particularly important and necessary for babies who have already started showing those signs, and all of the sudden, out of the blue, they start to roll over from their back or their belly, and you really don't have any other choice but to remove it very quickly. Last, here's the part most people don't talk about, and honestly, it's the reason why this transition feels so overwhelming to begin with. Even if you do everything to support your baby through this transition, you may still see changes and even disruptions in sleep. So let's normalize it right here, right now. More night wakings for a few days, normal. Shorter naps, normal. More movement, more wiggling is normal and actually a great sign that your baby is working on self settling through this newfound freedom. Now, with learning any new skill, your baby is evolving, and this new skill is tied to developmental progression, not failure. And the best thing you can do for your baby is give them plenty of opportunity during the day to practice this new skill. So, I want you to maximize those wake windows, give them as much time as possible on the floor for tummy time, so that at bedtime and nap time, they've perfected that skill and they're ready to rest their bodies. And this season is temporary. Most babies adjust within 3 to 7 days when consistency is in place. So if you're in the middle of this right now, I want you to know you did not mess anything up and your baby can learn to sleep without the swaddle. And this is exactly what I help my families with worldwide. Book your free sleep discovery call through the link in the caption, Find Sleep Support Now, to learn what one on one sleep support would look like for you and your family during this transition. I have different options at different budgets, whether you want something a little bit more on your own or whether you want something super hands on. The opportunities are customizable and personalized based upon the level and length of support that you're looking for. If you've enjoyed this sleep chat, subscribe and share this with a friend. Thank you for watching and wishing you so much love and rest.